Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new on this YouTube channel, you are welcome. My name is Anita Fon, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, comment and share. Do not forget to hit this notification button below so you can get notification each and every time I upload a YouTube tutorial on my channel. Thank you all for being here, and today we're gonna making this waist bag I got here. As you can see, it's a little bit cuter and nice. So with the finished look, nice finished look inside to know exact. So I'll be showing you guys how to make it. So let's get started, guys. So these are the material you'll be needing. You'll be needing your traps. One short traps measured by 16 long, and also another traps measured by 80 long, and 2 clip buckle for the closing, and also this I didn't have the same color, so I have to use this, and 2 zipper closer, and also a fabric, your main fabric for the back. This is my main fabric, so I just went ahead for the back. For this section, this is a 10.5 long by I think 27 wide, and this is the small front pocket that we're going to be putting outside. This is 16 wide by 20 long, and the lining fabric for the small pocket, and this part is going to go for the zipper. This is actually 18 long by 27. Same thing. And also your lining fabric, you're going to measure the same thing with your main fabric. So let's start putting the zip together. And so I bring my machine closer so you guys can see. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put our zip to this small part of the pocket for the outside. So we are going to be matching the design of our fabric. We put our zip in the middle, put some pins, make sure you put enough pins, and also go ahead, you should go ahead, change your sewing machine fit to the zipper foot machine. Okay, just putting about some few pins. Remember, whenever starting back stitch, to secure that back stitch, take your time, sew it. If you're a beginner, you should put enough pins as you can, just to hold it on. Get to the end, back stitch to hold it on. We're gonna cut it on. So now that we have sew the other side, we're gonna take a lining fabric, put it inside, just turn it around. This you don't need to pin it on, and sew from the line, following the same line. Okay, back stitch whenever starting. Back stitch at the end. Cut your thread. It's gonna turn it. Don't worry. Now the next thing we're going to do, we'll press it on. Right now I have my iron on. We'll do the same thing. Remember, I said we're going to match this design, make it to look a little bit presentable. So now I'll just grab this small piece and put it under Yeah, since it's a little bit smaller, and put some pins to hold it on. Remember, I always put pins so you wouldn't mess up your work, or maybe you have to go ahead lose it on. Whenever starting, always back stitch. Back stitch. You open it like this, it's going to look like something like this. As you can see, the designs are actually the same direction. We're just going to keep this aside, then go ahead with the main fabric, okay? The front side of the back. So now my zipper is a little bit longer than my fabric, but there's no problem. And this is how it will look like. We'll take our lining fabric too and put it for not to waste a little bit of time. Make sure you put everything at the same. The fabric should be matching. You have like same place. Put it all together at the same moment. Because sometimes you sew and you notice that the other fabric is a little bit longer than the other one, which is not good, and sometimes you have to lose it or something. You have to loosen it. That's not good. And just take your time, do your great job. So I just put some few pins. Now we're going to stitch it. Back stitch or always when we start. You open it like the zipper will be inside. You can see it's looking really nice. So I'll just go ahead sew this downer part of camera, then I come back and show you. And also I'll also go ahead and press it up, and that's when I'll show you guys what it looked like. Okay, so as you can see guys, I just finished finished the other side of the front part of the zip. So you can see this is it. It's look like this. So you guys can see it look like something like this. I just went ahead and press it up. Now we're going to stitch it like ½ centimeter away, and do the same thing with here. Then we can start putting it back together. Remember, just take your time, do your nice job. Always back stitch when starting. I'm just taking my time. Give it a nice finish look in front of you. Back stitch again. the same thing with the other side. So this is it. You stitch it like this. Guys, it's really neat job. I do the other small side off camera, then I come back and show you guys how you could actually put everything together. So now first thing we're going to do for this front part, we're going to put a zip. Remember, it's always troublesome putting your zip. You're just going to cut a little bit of the zip. Putting the zip sometimes is really quite complicated, taking time. You stick time and put it on. Then I have to. So I went ahead and put the zipper closer. It was a little bit taking time, so I had to do it off camera. I'm just gonna go ahead, shim a little bit of this, move it. So now what we're going to do, we are going to finish with this small pocket here. So let me really show you guys. So now we are going to take the right side of our fabric, the main fabric facing each other, and make sure you keep your zip a little bit open so that you'll be able to turn it around. Put some pins to hold it on. You notice this is a little bit longer than the other side, but there's no problem, no issue. And you take your lining fabric, put it facing each other too. The right side facing both sides. And we're going to stitch it while leaving this other part here open. So I noticed that the fabric is a little bit longer because of the zipper. I'm just going ahead and trim it a little bit for you not to get on me. Do the same thing. we're going to stitch just a square around that one. And now we can now go ahead change our sewing machine fit, the zipper. Go and see, put the normal sewing machine fit, okay? Okay, so now just stitch it. Remember, whenever starting your back stitch, remember to always keep the zip a little bit open. I have a pin here, I'm just going to remove it. Hold it on. Okay, since we are getting closer to the zip, just pull it to the other side for it not to. Before we turn it over, we're just going to trim this extra edges, the edges that we don't want there. Keep everything smoothly, and later on we're going to press it up to make it look nicer and neat. Okay, so now we trim the zip a little bit. So when you put everything together, it's going to look like this. You see the lining fabric is facing each other, while your main fabric is facing each other too. So now this is what we're going to do. Just gonna send a hand inside, open the zip, open, keep it wide open. The zip should be open. Turn it inside like this, and later on you send your finger inside, your hand inside, turn it up, and when we are done, you open inside. You will not see any stitching, because if you see any stitching, that means you didn't sew it well. You have to go ahead, no raw edges, everything should be neat. That's what I mean. Just trying to push it up. It really come out what I wanted. This is a small little pocket that is going to be outside. We'll go ahead now, we will press it on, but before we press it, we're going to press it up for it to be straight. Okay, let me just do that. Camera, guys. So now, guys, this is what we are going to do now. We have finished stitching this small little pocket here. As you can see, it's really a small little pocket here, and now we're going to open this. Make sure you pin your lining fabric to be facing, not to get on the way when you're sewing. Alright, now this is it, and we're gonna turn it around like this. The center of our back, this is the center Because the center, you measure the center of your back, and let's say the center of my back. This is the center of my back. So now this is what I'm going to do. Turn it. You're going to. This is it. Let me show you again, guys. This is the right side of the zipper. You're going to put it like this, like 2 centimeters away, and later on fold it over. So make sure you put it at the center of your back. Put some pins to hold it on because we're going to stitch it up. Okay. We're going to stitch like 1 centimeter away from the downward part. Back stitch when you get to where we start, and at the end. So when you turn it over like this, it's going to look like something like this. So now we're going to stitch 1 centimeter away from the back part to hide the stitch, the raw edges, okay? Go to the end back stitch. When you turn it over, there's no raw edges showing. So now we are going to go again, stitch this topper part to really hold it on 1/2 centimeter or 5 millimeter, whatever you want to give it a nice look. This fabric is a little bit a mess because the thread is coming out. You can see this is it. It look really nice. This pocket is going to go on top. So now we go ahead, stitch our traps to the back and start putting everything together. It's almost done. So I'm going to take one side of the clip buckle. When you put it in the clip buckle, you're going to fold it over like this and stitch it down here. Okay, stitch like to hide the edges, to the raw edges. Make a square, whatever. Remember, always back stitch. So now this other side of the clip buckle, this is what you're going to do. You take it and put it inside. Make sure when you're putting everything, it should be straight. Okay, take this other side of the clip buckle. These are going to go like this. Okay, you try to pull it down. Make sure you bring it right closer here. Now this is a little bit difficult, tricky, because you're going to try to bring this other side. Make sure everything is straight when you're doing it. It's straight. Just try to put it here inside. All right, and pass it to the other way. So for this, it's going to go like on top, you see. And now what we're going to do, we're going to fold this over like I did to the other one, then stitch it here. You can see you're going to stitch it only here, not here. Stitch it here. And so now since we have put the clip buckle, I'm just checking if everything's straight and nice. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take this part of the back, put it at the center of the back. So you can see I'm trying to put it right at the center. Put some pins to hold it on, and you stitch it over. We're just gonna stitch it like this. I'm saying the pins is not really in the center of the back. So now we're going to stitch and do the same thing with the other side of the back. Remember to put it at the center. Put the pin to secure it. When we are finished doing this, we'll just go ahead and stitch it on. Just make sure and check if everything is quite straight and put it at the center. So when putting it, I will check it if I put it well. I remove my pin and that's it. That's it. So now we have put the traps of the back. Let's say it's straight. Yeah. Everything is straight. This is a little bit tricky because the lining, the fabric is going to be a little bit difficult to put everything together. You just take the other side, the right side of your main fabric, the other side, the back side, put it together, put everything in center, then you're going to stitch it, and we are almost done, guys. Make sure you fold it inside. If there's a way you could just go ahead, pin it, you pin it to for it not to get on your way. Trying to put some pin to hold it here. Okay, bring this right down. You really have to put enough pin here. Make sure you always keep your zip half open, please. So that you'll be able to turn your back. Because if you sew it, your zipper is closer and you'll not be able to turn it when done. So the lining fabric, remember you're gonna put the lining fabric facing each other. Really try to put everything straight and fix everything up. Because when we are stitching it, we'll stitch everything together, the lining fabric and the main fabric here. Okay, fabric is too thick. I'm just trying to put everything together, the lining fabric and the main fabric, to see if there's any mistake. I correct it before sewing everything, stitching everything around. Okay, as you can see, the lining fabric one side is a little bit longer than the other, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit. So now, as you can see, this is the lining fabric. Both sides, both pieces are facing each other, and this is the main fabric. Both sides are also facing each other. So we'll just go ahead, stitch it, and leave along like let's say 5 centimeters here up here to turn our back. So first thing we're going to stitch for the handle to the back. Go ahead to remove the pin. First of all, stitch these two handles. So now we'll start stitching everything together. Remember to always keep your zip half open. Right? If not, you will find it very difficult to turn the zip when you're done. To turn the back when you're done sewing. And I'm getting closer to my pins. I remove them. Okay, there's a pin here. So now we'll go here to first of all stitch this side before finishing the downer part of the back. Stitch 1 centimeter away from the side. Back stitch at the end. Okay, now we're going to stitch this top part. Remember always to keep space that you'll be able to turn it around. Let me just go ahead and stitch it here because this one wasn't really too good. Just stitch closer to the traps, okay? Back stitch. This is where I'm gonna leave, where I will be able to turn my back. We are done now. I'll just go ahead, trim the extra. This inner pin, remove it. Oh, this one is cut the extra edges, the extra fabric that we don't want. Trim this to a little bit. Through this small tiny hole we left here, we're gonna send our finger inside. And bring everything outside. With a pin inside, right inside. So let me just go ahead first with the lining. Try to open the lining side and remove the pin first. I don't know where the pin is. Pin is there. And check quickly. Gonna find this pin. So we